can't give them layups. Can't allow them to, we knew we were going to give up some threes, and I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job. Tanjay's got the ability to hit a step-back threes. I thought we survived the first half. Casper's had 5 turnovers, and that was a run that kind of got them going. But at the end of the day, guys, we don't have very many healthy bodies. Tommy didn't make the trip with us. He drove up, before the game because he said he wanted to try to play, and Jake Davis got sick right after pregame, and said he wanted to try to start, but he didn't even join us at halftime. He was in the restroom. That's why we didn't shake hands with them after the game. They don't need this. But 38 years, I've never seen anything like what's gone through our team with Trey, Will, now Tommy. Tommy's literally practiced maybe once in a month from mono, and then the ankle injury, and now this. So hats off. They won the rebounding battle. We knew it was going to be tough. We had some mix and match lineups. It was great to have Trey back out there, and I thought Draven was outstanding tonight.
Questions for the coach?
Coach, how are you trying to persevere through this, to try to understand you're trying to win basketball games, have goals, but obviously the circumstances are as tough as they've been?
Control the controllables, and I can't do anything more. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to take a minute, so just a minute. So I smiled today. Everybody here probably knows what happened with Teren Shannon, okay? We were the laughing stock, okay? Hung a banner for a young man who set all kinds of records, and we don't have to tell the story. We hung it upside down. And I can't imagine what that was like for him. A lot of people at our place did a lot of things to make it a special, special day for him. And we messed it up. And for the character of that young man to come out and do what he did today, made a shirt if you haven't seen it. When life throws you, turns your world upside down. The 18 months that young man had, the last 18 months, have been no other than trying and difficult. And for him then to turn around and make a shirt, and I challenge every business in Champaign, I challenge every alum, go buy it. Because it's all going to the Boys and Girls Club. He's not out trying to profit off of it. But man, you talk about a happy head ball coach today. Man, I couldn't be any more proud of the way that young man handled that situation, his moment, all the work that went into that, his moment. And then to turn it around and give it all to charity. So my challenge is to all the great Illini fans out there, do something great and go buy that shirt. And I'm going to buy hundreds of them. This is a game. What that kid went through with his trial and a moment like that speaks volumes to him. So I had to say that, but all I'm doing is we're going to survive. We're going to be fine. We're a really good basketball team. We've proved that. You've seen us play a lot. But we can't, I'm sorry, it's terrible for Merez, break his wrist on a fall. And then just, we don't know who we have from day to day. I didn't know who I was starting today. So we'll be fine. And 18-year-olds got to grow up and deal with some adversity, and we'll just it's David playing Goliath in the next one, and we'll show up and we're going to fight.
Got a question right here. Please, can you get him a mic? Second row. Thank you.
Coach, obviously Tanji's rolling 30 in his last 2 games. What was the thoughts going into this on how to slow him down a little bit?
What do you want to do? What would you do? You seem to want to ask the question. What do you do? He's a good player. Draven, he made really, really hard step-back threes. I thought the only thing we tried to do was not foul him. And we made those mistakes early. And if he puts the ball in the basket, sometimes you can do everything right. He's a pro. He's 24 years old. Like, he's a 6-year guy. He's seen it all. Grown man. We had a few of those last year. It's nice to have those. He's a talented offensive dude. And sometimes you're going to do everything right, and he's going to make them. And I thought we made his touches hard. I thought we, give him credit. Give him credit. He's a good player. Really good player. He's going to make a lot of money.
This gentleman right here in the back, go ahead, and then right here. Go ahead. No, you can go ahead, please.
With Merez, I think you said yesterday that it was kind of indefinite, no timetable yet in his potential return. Is there any update on that, or is it still kind of up in the air?
He's got a hole in his cast where they do bone stem stuff, and I don't know, it's way too, but they won't even look at it for a bit here. So it's just now to get the pain out and the swelling. So no timetable yet.
Go ahead, right in
I
front.
know you talk about after Michigan State defensively wanting to be better. Is there anything you're seeing that's, I don't know if concerning is the right word, that you're not, maybe a disconnect on that side of the ball right now?
Well, I don't think we're disconnected. I think they're good. I think they're one of the top offenses in the country. We're not very big. So we got guys trying really hard. It is what it is. We go from being 7'1" and 6'9", 250 to 6'5" and 6'8". So, and then Tanjay hit really good shots. I still say our perimeter guys are really good defensively, and we gotta continue to be better.
Michael?
Health probably played a factor, but is there anything notably different about the Wisconsin team you saw tonight versus the one you saw in December?
No, they're confident. They're playing great. They've got great role identification. They're so old, and I coached that last year. They're just, when you've got one of the oldest teams, we're the youngest. When you've got one of the oldest teams in the country, you have no idea how valuable that is, because all you do is gain confidence, and now you can just joystick guys in the way you coach and what you do, and they've got great role identification, and that's pretty nice to see. It's not like Crowell's a young guy, so they're really good. They're really, really good.
Two more for the coach. One here and one here, please.
Brad, what did Dre show you tonight? A guy that hadn't played a whole lot since he got the flu a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's nice to see him back. He's a guy that can go get one on most anybody. It's nice to see his 3-ball go in, because that's been the one thing that's, he missed a couple in his last game, but his ability to get downhill, get in the paint, and then make threes, and we got to do a better job of finding him when he's cooking like that, because he's a very talented offensive player. It's good to see.
Okay, final question for the coach here.
I guess to not face a situation like this with illness in 38 years as a coach, what kind of things have you tried to do to stop the spread of this thing?
We're obviously now washing our hands enough. We obviously have to do a better job in our building. We're 3 weeks into this now, and we can't stop it. Maybe it's their apartments. I don't know if we need to put them in hotels. I don't have the answer. We went through a stretch. We gave them all Tamiflu. And this is a different time, because we did the fever, body ache thing with a couple guys. Now this is the stomach and the other end. Tomislav lost 7 pounds. So, you can imagine, he took 2.5 IVs today before he came up, just to try to hydrate. And so we'll do everything we can possibly do with our staff and our people. And that, again, that's why I didn't want to shake hands with Greg and their group. They need to stay as far away from this nonsense as they can. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Get healthy.